Greetings and welcome to an excellent World of Tanks video. As you can see, I made it. I got the Artillery Mastery Badge. And man, was that dude hard. But I'm here to help you and give you ideas that might assist in you doing the thing that I did, and that is climbing across the invisible wall. Now, some of you are going to ask, invisible wall, what the heck is that? There's no wall in this game. It's a tank game. The invisible wall is what happens because of the way they calculate the percentages for the third class, second class, first class, and master class scoring is that as you play your tank, whatever it is, let's take my tank, the Sexton Artillery American Edition. As you play this and score, which I was doing, what happened is that you have to beat 50% of the scores out there to get the third class badge, and then it's like 80%, or whatever it is. You know, the numbers, but what happens is as more and more people play one of the most popular artilleries, if not the number one most popular artillery in the game, the numbers are creeping higher. So what it was got to for me was I was having a terrific game. I had almost 1,000 damage in the game in my Sexton. We won the match, of course, and I got no third class mastery badge. I got nothing. And it's like, dude, that was almost 1,000 damage and I got nothing. So this made me think, well, Fish had mentioned it, that, you know, the best way to do this might be just to take an unpopular item and go after it. One that doesn't get the numbers just jacked big time. Because what happens is that the good players who are playing, for example, the Sexton, are pushing the numbers higher. And so 50% at one point in the beginning of the week, 400. Okay? Then it becomes 500 because more people are scoring at all levels. And it becomes 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 plus 1,000 to get half of what half the players are doing. So many players are scoring in that tank. Other tanks that he mentioned, the Panzer 3J is another one. Forget about it. There's just no way. This is the thing. Not no way, but it becomes a diminishing returns. You're going to play 10 matches to get maybe one qualification. And then as numbers keep going up, it goes 10 matches, becomes 12 matches, becomes 15 matches. And it's like, this is ridiculous. You're not going to play 10 matches to gain 1 point for this 100-point challenge. That's ridiculous. And so when that happened to me, it was like, man, I got almost 1,000 points and got nothing. I go, I'm out of here. I can't do this Sexton anymore. I have to switch to another artillery. And that switch was to go to Tier 3 Frenchie. And Tier 3 Frenchie artillery is not fun. You know, you have a great result. The great result is fun, but it's just a difficult artillery to handle. I goofed around also with the Tier 3 Soviet Su-26. It's okay. It's a little bit better than the French, actually. And the numbers will show that in a handful of matches. It was literally, I mean, I currently have a Tier 7 Russian artillery, which means I'd already played that back in the day. And I had a bunch of, I stopped at Tier 6 like in 2014 on Soviet artillery. I was like, whatever, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And then I got to Tier 7. I go, well, I'm going to go take this Tier 7, check it out. I don't like the Tier 7 Soviet artillery at all. That's just me. That's completely besides the point. So I had it already unlocked, et cetera, the Tier 4. But the French 3 was so bad slash it's difficult. That's what makes it bad. It's really difficult and hard to handle and annoying. So it did, so people would get the French 3, get 9,000 or whatever the number is. I think it was 9,300, 9,500, something like that. Less than 10,000 experience, get out, go to the next one. Okay, and so they would get it and dump it. And so Fish's idea was like, well, you get this one because people just dump it because they don't like it. And it's true. I don't care for it. And I said, you know what? That's the way to go. I'm going to go try this 3 out. So I tried it out, got my mastery badge, and I looked at the total games played. The total games played for me in the Tier 3 French artillery was 15. And I got a mastery badge. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to quit now and just leave it. And so I went to the Soviet. Now, more people played the Soviet. And the numbers show that as I was playing it. Now, I was getting some badges up for ridiculously low scores, 130, 150, getting third place badges for that, third class. So it's one of those things that as the more people play something, any tank, it doesn't matter. The numbers to go up to the third class and second and first, all those they're creeping constantly higher. As more people score well, the number that makes you have to reach the 50% or the 88%, the 80% or the 99%, which is for the mastery, you've got to outscore 99% of the people who played to get the mastery. And that's the key. It's hard. It becomes harder. So the best idea is to find something unpopular. Because if it's unpopular and uncool, people won't play it. They'll go, I don't like this. Let's go something different. Let's use the Panzer 3J. It sounds like a good idea, but really it's like Sisyphus. Sisyphus was a story of, from the Greek gods about the guy who forever had to push this rock up a hill. And so he would, but the hill always was increasing as you got higher. The angle to go up was harder. So it had a limit. And so you reach a limit. You're going to have a limit situation here in badge challenges. So the thing is, prepare yourself if you need to switch to a different vehicle or 2 different vehicles. I had I had to switch to 2 different. I didn't have to switch. I could have kept on with the French, but I thought, getting a mastery badge in a vehicle in 15 total plays, that was just too good. I'm leaving that alone. I'm never going to play that tank again. It's just going to be sitting there, and it's like, hey, how many times have you played that? 15 times. Got a mastery badge? Why, yes, I do. In fact, because that's I'm an artillery guy, and that's how I roll. So now I'm going to show you what happened in my Soviet Su-26. So this is the Su-26. One of the things that's interesting about this artillery is that it has a turret. So it operates like a tank. You can drive one direction and shoot a different direction, which is fantastic. It wasn't fantastic when this Panzer 1C tried to come up and kill me, and I turned my turret and blew his brains out. And I'm sure he was super mad. I'm going to go kill the artillery. I'm going to kill the artillery. Rotation of turret. Kablooey. Goodbye, Charlie. So that's one of the things that's awesome about this one. I mean, it is a lightweight Tier 3 artillery. Weak. The gun is decent. Has a fast firing rate. Let's get to this. Okay, so as you can see, regular setup. I have just one repair, gasoline for turret rotation and speed, and enhanced rations for accuracy and reduction of reload time. We have the advanced loader for reduction of reload time, gun laying drive to increase aiming, speed from the tracks, and extended vision, which helps when you're in artillery at the end of a match. Having the optics will give you extended vision, and it can be a matter of life and death if you have it. So what happens here, let's look at the reload time, shall we? Reload time for this guy is 3.94, which is very fast for artillery. That's like over 15 shots a minute. In fact, there it is right there, 15.24 shots per minute. So, super fantastic. Now, this is a tech tree tank, no silver bonus, no bonus of any kind. But it shoots relatively fast. It's, like I said, it's under 4 seconds on the shot, which, man, in artillery, it feels fast. It just does. So this tank worked really well, and I had a terrific game, to say the least. Actually, my last handful of games in this tank were terrific. This is the tank I used to finish off the mastery badge for artillery. And it was really funny because the final game, I had another great game and scored a first class badge, which is, I only needed a third. I was 1 point short of qualification. I had 99 points. I got a first class badge, so that's 3 points. And I'm like, well, I scored 102 points in artillery, apparently, for the mastery badge qualification. And so you saw the badge that I earned. But this tank was fantastic. However, it was a couple of games before that. In fact, let me go get the profile log and show you. Okay, so here we are in my recent games of the profile. This game you see here at the Abbey, first class, got finished off the mastery badge. Port, I got a second class badge for that, which is fine. And then the game I'm going to show you was here in the ghost town. And this is the good one. Or this is the best game. By far, I would say quite possibly the best game of the entire artillery badge quest. It was that good. So, what happened? Well, let's get to the game, and I'll tell you what happened in the beginning. Welcome to the ghost town. Now, I was at a party talking with Fish, and I got a message from Browny. He was like, do you want to play? I go, yeah, I'm working on my artillery. He's like, okay, so he came and joined me. And we're, doing these matches. He's working on medium. But in this match, he just said, he'll play Thresher because that's his specialty. He didn't say specialty, I said his specialty because it's his specialty. He sent me a message earlier today. He showed me the game result. He had a 10-kill game, which is fantastic. So I'm like, good. I got a guy who's already made a 10-kill game today coming to help me in that tank. It's not going to be good for them. So what happens here is just craziness, which is why this is an awesome game. Now, I don't know exactly where he's located. That's a tag. That's a kill. Goodbye, SU-76. Browny is already killed. Now, what the next most awesome thing is probably those two guys you see at the very top. And there you go. Panzer 1C, that's the genius who's coming after me. And so I warned Browny that this guy's coming after me. He said he's going to be coming back. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So me, I'm going to move into defensive position. I took a couple of shots at this guy. Unsuccessfully because he's a P1C and he moves at, 80 plus, possibly 90, depending on how he sets up his tank. So I'm moving into proper defensive position. Take note if you want to kill light tanks who try to roll up on you. He's like, I got this artillery. Oh, guess what? He may not know that I have a turret. Tag, you freak. Set him on fire and he blew up. You get a badge for that, trust me. So that was fantastic. So I lost focus on what Browny is up to. I know he's still alive. But that's all that I know. Now so I've gone through this, hellacious attack. I tagged, that's a Chiha. He just killed that dude. But that's okay. He isn't going to live long enough to tell anyone about it. He killed another guy, that Chiha freak. Browny killing again. Hey, that guy pounded something. Shooting artillery. So I've tagged I've spotted the artillery, his direction of his shot, and I'm blind shooting him. You fire again, it's pretty much over. How many have I killed? He's killed 6, I've killed 3. I get a couple more. That's the Chiha guy. Boom! That's the guy that was crushing our dude, so I crushed him. Browny killing again. And it's game over. So here you see Browny, the MVP. Oh, and I'm no slouch myself. But he was telling me, I think we got it. I go, what? He goes, crucial contribution. I'm like, really? I was so concerned about survival from the vicious attacks that were coming against me that I had lost all objectivity on that. I was just worried about myself surviving the vicious onslaught, killing 5 guys, etc., etc. So he was right. We got the crucial contribution. This is the 3rd time in 4 days for the 2 of us together. Craziness. So this is my end of game screen. I mean, as you can see, 5 kills, 750 damage. Tremendous game. This is an MVP anywhere else except in the presence of that freak. That guy was a killing machine. So that's how awesome he was. He turned my MVP game into a 2nd place finish, which is fine with me. We still won. That's all I'm worried about. So he was fantastic, as you can tell. Here is the crucial contribution. And oh yes, you see that Brothers in Arms, which is always nice. And then here's the big boy, Mastery Badge in the SU-26, which that's fantastic. Bruiser is pretty common. This was the medal you get for setting a guy on fire and then him blowing up, which I told you, you get a badge for that. I know because I got a badge for that. The Stark medal has nothing to do with Tony Stark, but that's for taking damage from 2 different guys and killing at least 2 enemy vehicles. That's the guy. The Stark medal comes from the fact that I set that other dude on fire. So those 2 medals are rightfully tied together. This one helped me for sure get this one. And this is another common one, the fighter. Well, I'm not say common, but you kill 4 guys. It's not common. Bruiser is common. 4 is an uncommon medal. But the big one is this one in a tier 3. And this one, 50-50. They're both really good. Realistically, though, I think the crucial contribution carries more weight. There are people who would really say if you could give them one of these 2 medals, they'll take the crucial. It's ahead of the mastery. And even an artillery guy like myself would say, I'll get the mastery on my own. I don't need help to get a mastery technically. Like a platoon help. But you got to have the platoon help. So we'll say the degree of difficulty makes the crucial more desirable and more valuable than a random mastery badge, which is great. Don't get me wrong. But it's craziness. This has never happened before. 3 medals, 3 crucial medals in 4 days. I've never done that. And the fact I did them all with the same guy, craziness. I mean, just an extra level of craziness. So he was right, and he was on top of this. And it was really funny because several days, 5 days ago, he's like, man, he had a message. He sent me the message. It's posted in the comments of one of my videos. We really need to get translation, mostly him. That's what he was really referring to, because we really need to get a crucial contribution medal. And I'm like, yeah, we'll do it if we can. I had no idea we'd get 3. So it's awesome to have this kind of success while we're, working on this challenge, having fun, a great time, etc., etc. So Browny was terrific in this game. Like I said, he was so good, he turned my MVP style performance into a 2nd place, which was fantastic. I have lots of MVPs. It doesn't really matter. I don't score MVPs to impress people. This just happens for whatever. I do this to take care of the things for myself. This helped me get my mastery badge, because this master's badge here on this SU-26 is worth 5 points when you're working on your, the mastery badge challenge for artillery. So this one is worth 5 points to me, like the other one, the French 3. That's also a 5-point medal. So that's 10 points of the 100. That's 10% in 2 games. I got 10% of the entire challenge done. Super fun because, man, I had a lot of games. Like I said, my sexton was just going terrible because as I kept playing it, I'm actually part of the reason the number is so high. Because when the good players are playing and scoring, we're pushing the number for the next guy to score even higher. So I helped push the number so high that it was going to be not worth the effort to score, because of the number of games it would take would be in the hundreds. Because it's just difficult to score in artillery in general. And games like this that you have seen will showcase that. So I think what we should do, though, is I'm going to show this game footage now from Browny's perspective, so you can see him just going ape and see how it looked, because I haven't seen it myself, and I think that would be really awesome. All right, this is Ghost Town, and we're going to get this from Browny's perspective. Let's try this way. That's the 3rd place guy, ACS Papa, that we saw. There we go. This is our MVP, so let's follow him and see what he does in his thresher. Now the thing that you'll find interesting about this guy's a kid. This dude is hardcore. Wow, doesn't look like any MVP performance I've ever seen. He hasn't shot a single soul. He's just driving around, twirling his head like a genius. Uh-oh. It's on. Now he has about half and half regular rounds and premiums. That's how he makes money in his thresher. I don't make money in mine. I just go all premiums. That takes all the decision making out of the equation, and I can just play to fight. What a great job of shooting at range instead of closing like some people. Like, you know, talking to you. He's over there just drilling these guys, not as a sniper, but kind of as a, you know, a junior sniper. He's drilling these guys a couple 100+ yards. They're not getting good shots at him. They don't even see for sure where he's at. I get in robot mode and I just start charging in, shooting and killing the guys. But it does leave me subject to damage that he's not taking. So, you know the old saying, you learn something new every day. So I can see this guy's executing with great precision. You know, he basically owns that northern half. Now this is where he sees the guy coming after me. That's the guy that tries to get me. So he's trying to come back and help me. The thing is, I had to warn Browny. We were in the same party, in the platoon, of course, so that he would know if this guy kills me, he is going to, and I killed that guy, of course, but he'll be able to finish him so that guy doesn't get to kill me and run away. So that's why he's coming back. He knows he can't save me, and I know that he can't save me either. That's not the point. The point is, if I go down, he's going to finish that guy. That's why he comes back. I mean, we're still losing. What do we have? He's killed 4. I've killed 2. We've killed 6 guys and we're losing. We're only losing by 1 now. It's 7 kills, right? Yes, 7 kills. Is that 8 now? No, still 7. All right, there we go. Keeping track. This guy's toast. He has got no shot. That's 8. 8 kills. We're finally in the lead. That's messed up, dude. Your team. Well, and it's messed up objectively, but from the platoon perspective, you need to have a team that's not good, which we have, to leave you the guys to be killed. So we're cleaning up the mess that these bad players, robots, etc., are leaving for us. / him. Goodbye. That's unfair. What is that, 10 now? 11. Goodbye. Oh, I see. I killed that droid right in front of Browny, and that was it. Awesome. He made that look actually easy. He was so good and so efficient in his killing. He actually made it look easy. So, in my SU-26, in the appearance, emblems. I was like, what emblems do we have? And I'm like, of course I know what it is, dummy. Now I don't know where it's at specifically, but we'll find it. This is my light tank mastery badge, which I earned several months ago in a different challenge. There it is right there. Artillery mastery. Let's see, where can we put this? Oh, that goes to the side of the turret. Okay, probably the other one goes, yeah, it goes where that star is there. Well, that's kind of bogus. Well, let's look at this for a second. Now, this is a tiny tank, as you can tell. Man, you can't even tell that there's, that it's there. That's because of the coloration. Let's change this coloring. Well, we could see it. A blind man could see it if I used the Team Ragnarok camo, which actually wouldn't be horrible for what do you call it? Contrast. There you go. What is this? That's okay. Better on this side. Having that darkness. That's good right there. How about this? Oh, dark on both. Let's try this one. We're going to use this camo right here. I'm not going to put real camo on this. All right, so now we know where this is located. It's over here. Browny was like, man, you need to put your mastery emblem on your tank. I'm like, dude, look at this freak. It is so hard to see. You can't even tell what it is. That's depressing. And I can't zoom anymore, and that's because this thing is tiny. Well, that's bogus. I'm not doing that. So let's do this. Where is my sexton? Let's go take a look at this dude. I don't know, Davey. Oh man, it's so tiny. Even on this size, that's bogus. All right, let's look on this one. This, they've been killing me. So we're going to use this camo here. That's it. That is super bogus. I'm not putting this on. I was going to put it on my tank, but that thing is so tiny you can't even see what it is. And no one's going to look at it and go, hey, what's that? Oh, that's actually my artillery mastery badge. That looks terrible. What a ripoff. I'm outraged. Well, not really, but Now here you can find the thing over here. There we go. That's lame also. What is this one? Oh, the Valiant Season. Fantastic. That looks great. Well, whatever, dude. I'm disappointed. This looks really lame. I never tried. Let me show it to you. I never tried to put the light tank mastery badge on my tank, and it would look lame too, to be honest. It really would. Man, that's annoying. Well, that was Browny's idea. Was they said you got to put it on your sexton. I go, yeah, I agree. It's terrible. I know this is going to be terrible, but let's just look at it. Okay, we're here. Might as well. Okay, I got my 9-year badges. I don't know where the other one's at. Oh, it's in the back, right? Oh, it's in the front. That's even worse. Okay, let's look. Whatever. Oh, there it is. In fact. Oh, geez, you can't even see it. I'm outraged. It's hideous. I did all that work, and I was going to put it on my. I literally was going to put on my tank, and I've never put one of those emblems on. Depressing. So now what? I don't know. It's kind of bogus. Well, that's kind of a downer. I was hoping that it would be bigger. We should be able to make it bigger. Whatever. Okay, on a positive note, I decided to add the steel deterrence inscription to my tank, because if I would have had this on there, maybe that Panzer 1C would have thought better of it and run away from me. Nah, he was doomed to die because he ran into somebody who knew how to stop a light tank with a higher percentage. I'm not saying it was guaranteed, because it's not. But this turret does give you the advantage that you don't have to move your entire body, which is, the regular artilleries do, and it's really bogus. So that worked out great. So I guess this really covers the whole thing. Thanks to Browny. I mean, he was really fantastic in that game. And to be honest, I've played games like that before, 5 kills, etc., etc. I'm MVP on my team, and I'm dead because my team didn't have anybody good on it. Apparently, all I needed was Browny, and that other guy was good too. But the two of us in second and third place weren't enough. We needed a powerhouse, and Browny was there, and he was freaking killer. So thanks to him for helping make some of this possible. I mean, the artillery part, I'm good on my own for that, but without him, crucial contribution, no, not a chance. Plus, brothers in arms, just everything was fantastic about this match. He did a terrific job. He couldn't have done really much better, if at all. So I was super lucky. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like. That'll help other people see it so they can see what it is you guys are seeing and what we're experiencing over here with a bunch of great dudes, interacting in these games. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I do odd and unique things like this and try to help guys have more fun, get better, and that's what we do, and it's fantastic. And for all my subscribers, you guys have been great. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I sure did, and it was just fantastic. And please leave a comment for any of us about this video that you saw it. So thanks again. I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I got my artillery mastery, so I'm happy. See you later.